to a home yoga practice in my kitchen. So I would like to start with a little short meditation, a little breath meditation, simply consisting of 3 short inhales. So really they're like snips, and 1 long exhale. So it looks like this. So we might try that 3 times together. Beautiful. So we might like to add, or not, a little mantra to the breath work, and the mantra is Sata Nama. So Sata Nama is from the Kundalini Yoga tradition and just simply means the cycle of life. So birth, life, death, rebirth. So the focus here this morning is on the rebirth. So the Sa is birth, Ta is life, Na is death, and the Ma is rebirth. So focusing on the rebirth. So really what that means is that we are rebirthing or reintroducing something into our lives that could be good for us, just kind of reintroducing something that we may have existed before. I like to think of maybe like peace, stillness, quietness. Or it could be the opposite end of the spectrum either. So maybe we need to invigorate or to bring back some kind of activity into the body. A little bit of exercise, a little bit of walking. So whatever that is for you this morning that you would like to rebirth or reintroduce into your life, the focus is on the Ma, the long exhale. So adding the mantra, it's simply Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. So it's and then the final part of the meditation is where we use the body, so we add a visual. So the Sa is the lower part of the body, the coccyx bone, the tailbone, the legs, the shins, the feet, the earth element, the base of the spine. So that's our Sa. Our Ta, we come to the part of the body between the navel center and the pubic bone. So an energy center along the spine. In yoga Sanskrit, it's known as Swadhisthana, or the sacral chakra, because it corresponds to the sacrum bone that attaches the spine to the pelvis. So that's our Sa, Ta. For our Na, we transcend the whole central line and we come to the third eye. So the third eye, the space between the eyebrows, just representing the glands in the brain, the pituitary gland or the pineal gland. And then the Ma is a long, slow exhale. So a cascade of what, nearly like a waterfall just coming down the body. So I'll give it one go as a demo. So adding the mantra, Sata Nama, if you like or not. And the visual. So we feel we're pulling the breath up along the body and a long exhale. So I'll give one example and then we'll go and give a couple of rounds. Beautiful. So relaxing the body, closing the eyes, pulling the shoulders back and down, and we're going to go for 8 cycles of breath. Beautiful. Just a couple of normal breaths here, allowing the body to find its own natural rhythm. And we're going to take a deep inhale. Keeping the eyes closed as we exhale, we tuck chin into chest. And then taking an inhale, lifting the head. So as we come to practice this morning, all we really need is our yoga mat and possibly a blanket for any little adjustments or for our savasana at the end. So for the first pose, we're going to take the legs into wide-legged child's pose, knees coming to the edge of the mat, big toes to touch, bum coming back to the heels or thereabouts, whatever works for you. We might be here this morning, totally fine. So we extend the arms, we bring the head down to the earth. So nice extended child's pose here. So the hands are nice and wide as the mat. We find the left hand and we keep that left hand rooted to the earth. We take an inhale, we lift the head, and then we allow that right hand to come out in L shape and the eyes follow the hand. We exhale, we scoop that right hand under, palm faces the ceiling. And then we take that left hand up onto cupcake fingers. So nice stretch here, under left armpit and right shoulder wrapped under, just nice space at back of the heart there on the right side of the shoulder. So from here we might like to take an inhale, lift that left arm up, and we're wrapping that left arm around. Choices either the hand comes to the back of the sacrum bone, triangular bone, or we wrap the hand in to find the inside seam of that right side of the hip. Couple of nice inhales and exhales here. And then we simply unwind that as slowly again. So wrapping the left arm around, finding our cupcake fingers, coming onto the flat hand. Taking that inhale, eyes follow the fingers. And then back to our extended child's pose. So from here we take an inhale into the upper back, we arching around the upper back and we push the body forward onto all fours. So for a couple of times this morning I'm going to kind of flip my way around so that I'm facing the screen. So you don't have to, you can maybe take your gadget wherever you can kind of view it. But I'll try as best I can to face the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to do a nice cat-cow here, and the focus is on the pubic bone, yeah, so that bone right at the center of the pelvis. So we feel we're initiating the movement from the pelvis. So wrists stacked under the shoulders, knees stacked under the hips in this nice neutral tabletop. We take an inhale, so moving from the pubic bone dips, tailbone lifts, head and heart elongate. Exhale, push the pubic bone forward, tailbone comes in, round and arch the upper back. 2 more like this. Inhale, pubic bone drops, pushes forward, making sure not to overarch the lower back. Exhale, round in the spine. 1 more. Moving from that pubic bone. Exhale, nice stretch for the upper back, nice big arch. Coming back to tabletop. Same movement, but now the awareness is on the diaphragm, yeah? So this diaphragm, this big sheath of muscle, that's almost like a jellyfish. So, same movement, but now we're moving from the diaphragm, or we feel we're moving from the diaphragm. So taking an inhale, diaphragm drops, tailbone lifts. Head, heart elongates forward. Exhale. Diaphragm push forward, arching the upper back. 2 more like this. Inhale. Diaphragm drops, tailbone lifts out of the pelvis. Belly sinks. Heart and head elongate. Arching the upper back. Exhale. Coming back to our tabletop position. So from here, we're going to elongate the right leg back. We root the toe in and get a nice long stretch onto that right leg. So we extend and push through the heel. Lovely stretch here. So finding your left hand, we take the left hand into the center of the mat. And we take this left foot, this left knee, and we turn the foot slightly outwards. Yeah? So we're turning on this right foot. And we're taking a variation of our Vasisthasana side plank. Inhaling that right hand right up to the ceiling. And then from here we're going to windmill ourselves up. So balance at play here, nice and slow. So we might like to come up first on cupcake fingers onto that left hand. We push down strongly into the right foot and we slowly, slowly windmill ourselves up. From here, right hand coming down to the back leg, reaching up and over for side bend. Back to center. Nice and slow. Let that left hand continue to descend to the earth. Right hand comes down to the earth. So legs stay as they are. From here, we're going to lift that right leg. So it's a Tadasana leg, a mountain pose leg, extending through the heel. Nice, strong, long leg active. The inner adductors engaged. So inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Exhale. So 3 like this. Exhaling as the knee comes in. Inhaling as the leg goes long. Last one. Turning the foot down. And coming back into our tabletop pose. So finding the left leg now. So the left leg, we take an inhale and we lift the leg up. It's almost like a donkey kick. So we're making sure to lift that left knee and a nice squeeze to the glutes here. So maybe this might be where you are, just playing with your balance. So seeing about lifting the right hand to the heart and maybe extending the arm and reaching back. So if we don't bind, we have the intention of binding. So still a lot going on here with the balance. So maybe we find that leg, the foot, and we inhale. So we're pushing the foot into the hand, extending the foot back towards the back of the mat and lifting that quad to the ceiling. Exhale, hand to the heart, knee and hand to the earth. This time we're taking child's pose, knees together, wrapping the arms back. So a nice breath or two here to reset the body. And then we take the hands forward. We breathe into the upper back. So dome the upper back. Exhale, begin to push ourselves the whole way down onto the mat. We stack the hands and we allow the heels to roll out. We find the breath in the belly here. And then we change the feet. The tops of the toes come to the mat. We change the hands. So we join the hands in Anjali Mudra above the head. And we surrender to the earth in what's known as a prana or a dandavat. And from here we find the breath this time in the heart. So we slide the hands along the mat, just under the shoulders, and we hover the hands here. So the hands are hovered. So we press into the toes, so the tops of the toes are pointed back. We press into the toes. The knees lift, the legs really engage, the inner thighs hug in. We root the pubic bone into the mat. The hands are hovering and we inhale up to hovering cobra. Exhale, lower down. Another breath like this in movement. Press into the toes, pubic bone. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. So this time, planting the hands on the mat. So with our cobra pose, it's not a press up. We're not pressing up with the hands. The hands are on the earth just for support. It's the exact same movement. So press into the top of the toes, knees lift, engage the inner thighs. Root the pubic bone into the mat. And using the muscles in the upper back, inhale up to cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. And then push the whole way up, back to tabletop. So we're going to try that same movement again, just taking it on the opposite side. So knees come as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, bums come back to the heels. Find your right hand, keep the right hand rooted to the earth. Extend the left hand into L shape, eyes follow the hand. Exhale, wrapping left arm under, palm faces the ceiling and coming up on cupcake fingers. So this time, nice stretch into the right armpit and left shoulder blade wrapped under. So taking that top right arm, the hand is either coming to the sacrum bone or wrapping the arm round to get a nice opening here on the top of the right shoulder. So breathing into the stretch here. And just noticing how the breath is in the body when we come into these poses. So slowly reversing that. So taking the hand back to cupcake fingers first. Strong hand, fingers are pushed in, engaged right arm. Flattening right hand. Unscooping the arm, the eyes follow the fingers. Reaching forward and then back into our extended child's pose. Press the hands into the mat, inhale into the upper back, arch the upper back, and inhale, coming forward back on to our all fours. So I'm just going to move myself around this way. So from here, this nice cat-cow movement, moving from the pubic bone first. Inhale, pubic bone dips, tailbone lifts out of the pelvis. Exhale. Gazing up, pubic bone. Inhale. Pressing into the heels of the hands, nice length in the lower belly. Exhale, round in the upper back. One more here. Inhale. Belly, pubic bone dips, tailbone lifts out of the pelvis, head lifts, collarbones broad. Exhale. So same movement, except we let the attention come to the diaphragm. So initiating the same movement, but from the diaphragm. So our nice cat-cow breath. One more. Lovely. So from here, right hand comes into the center of the mat. Right foot turns out slightly. And we lengthen back the left leg. So we're turning on this left foot and we're inhaling up to our variation of side plank, Vasisthasana. So from here, pressing into left foot, maybe coming up on those cupcake fingers and inhaling ourselves up. So taking that nice side bend on the opposite side. Coming back to center. Hands come to the earth. And we keep the legs as they are. So we inhale, lifting left leg now. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend back through the leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time, inhale. And exhale and inhale, lengthen back. Coming back to our tabletop position. This time, right leg. So we lift the right leg back. Squeeze to the right glutes in our donkey kick. Maybe taking left hand to the heart. And staying here if this is enough. Reaching back to grab the back leg, and then we push the foot into the hand. We lift the inner quad. Exhale, hand coming back to the heart. Take the knees to the earth and push back into our child's pose. Wrapping the arms around. Lovely. So from here, we're going to take a pose that's called deer pose. So find your left leg and you're bringing the left sole of the foot into the right leg. Right leg comes back. Taking the hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. We make this diamond shape with the hands. And then exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. 2 more like this. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, hand to the heart. So a little play here, a little bit of fun. Maybe this might work for you, maybe it might not. No big deal. So we take an inhale, hands come forward. Exhale, hands to the heart. Twice more. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale to the heart. Last time. Inhale forward. Exhale to the heart. So options here for the next pose. We could add our forward fold to this. So we're bringing the arms down and we're allowing the head to sink for a breath or two. So maybe we might like to stay here or we might like to play with our pigeon pose. So for our pigeon pose, we begin to lengthen this right leg back. So we're lengthening the right leg back, flattening the foot. And we're coming up on these cupcake fingers. So we press into the fingers, shoulders are rolled back and down. Heart is lifted. So maybe we could see about bending up this right leg. Taking again the hand to the heart, right hand to the heart. And maybe sweeping the arm back and giving ourselves a nice stretch on that right quad. Exhale, slowly lowering the leg. And we might like to bring ourselves down into a low pigeon, or called a sleeping swan in yin. From here, we bring the body up and we take that right leg back and we extend the legs out and we take the right hand to the heart, left hand to the belly. So breath or two here. Hug in the knees. We're going to rock ourselves up using that Satanama again. So sa, ta, na. So again, I'm just going to slip myself around so that you can see me, that I'm facing the camera. And we're going to take that pose on the other side. So this time, right leg comes in and the left leg comes back. So we're taking this nice deer pose, taking hands to the heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. So left hand forward, right hand back. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the heart. So inhale, pushing up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, pushing up. Nice squeeze to the glutes, pubic bone, pelvis pushes forward. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale down. So choice here to take our forward fold in our deer pose. And maybe this is enough. Or anybody that's coming along that would like to play with the pigeon pose. So I have a bit of an issue going on in my right hip. So I'm going to stack my hip up as much as I can for myself. So we begin to take that left leg back. Here, curl it under the foot. And I'm giving my hip some support here. So taking ourselves up on these cupcake fingers. Breathing here, shoulders rolled back and down. Maybe taking that back knee up. Left hand to the heart. Reaching back for that left leg. And a nice stretch to that quad. Being mindful here, releasing the legs slowly. And coming down to our sleeping swan. Pushing ourselves up. Just release the cushions here. And bringing ourselves back to this deer pose. Stretching out the legs as wide as the mat. And giving our arms a nice big stretch into the star angel pose. So from here, let's hug the knees in. And we rock. So this time we're going to have a little play and see can we rock up to standing. So for me, when I try to stand, I bring my heels in and my toes out. Gives me a little bit more support. So let's have a go. So if it doesn't work for you, you bring yourselves up nice and safely, however you need to. So sa, ta, na, ma. Lovely. So from here, let's take a little flow. So we're coming to the top of the mat. Let's inhale up into those nice triangle hands. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Fingers come to the earth. Press into the feet. Lift up the bum. Belly stays on the thighs. Step back long with the right leg, taking the knee to the floor. Long with the left leg, knee to the floor. Toes stay tucked. So modified plank here, Ashtanga Pranayama. Elbows bend back, weight into the hands, chest, chin down and push through and find Cobra pose. From Cobra, tuck the toes and pushing back to downward facing dog. So downward facing dog with bent knees here. Gazing forward, so find your left leg. Taking the left hand to the inside of the mat, center of the mat to give yourself space. And step forward with the left leg. Root the right hand to the earth. Press into the right foot. So root the left hand to the earth. Press into the right foot. And inhale, sweep the right hand up. So like we did earlier, we're windmilling up and finding our warrior two. Lovely. Gazing over the left hand. Reverse warrior. Back to Vera 2. From here, we inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the hands to prayer. So it's an exhale to a sound. Two more like this. Inhale. So like we're deflating the breath. And again, inhale. From here, we turn the back hand and the back foot. So back leg, we're up on the back toes. Heel is lifted and we bring the arms to cactus arms. So again, option here to take that back knee down if we need to. Inhale, arms up, tip the knee down, exhale. Twice more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hands to prayer. And we either glide the foot along the mat or step forward to the top of the mat. So taking that flow on the opposite side. We're coming up to the top of the mat. We're inhale, rising. Exhale, flow. Stepping back with the right leg. The modified plank or full plank this time. Coming forward on the toes, lowering down. Cobra pose. Exhale, back to your dog. Knees bent. So right hand comes to the center of the mat. Step forward with the right leg, root the back leg down. Find your warrior two. Reverse warrior. Coming back. Inhale, straighten legs. Hands to the center. Exhale, deflate. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Inhale this time. Left hand turns, left foot turns. So we're in a runner's lunge. Cactus arms. So back heel is lifted. We're on the toes. Inhale up. Tip the knee. Exhale. And again. And again. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Step forward to the front of the mat. From here, we're going to bring ourselves down to sitting on the mat. I'm just checking the time.